So, welcome to the Rhonda Effect podcast. And if you're watching by YouTube, welcome to the Rhonda Effect YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rhonda Arnott. And today we're going to be talking about an affirmation that was dropped into my heart a few months ago. I recorded my very first podcast episode all around this affirmation, and it's an amazing one. How does it go? I am my greatest purpose. That is the affirmation. But before we begin, I need to tell you a quick little story of how this is all coming about. A few weeks ago, a friend of mine mentioned to me that she really felt that I needed to go back and listen to episode number 1. Now, if you haven't listened to episode number 1, feel free to head on back and just give it a listen. And then 2 other people that week randomly, now these are random people, told me about episode number 1, just in random. And that caught my attention because I know that spirit speaks through people. And it is my job and your job to follow the breadcrumbs. But in my case, it's more like following the donut pieces. Lately, I've been on a donut kick. It's so yummy. So, of course, I went back and I re-listened. And then while I was re-listening, Spirit came in and dropped a message for me and you. And this is what it's all about. So in this episode, we are going to explore how this affirmation, I am my greatest purpose, can guide us in our daily lives and help us step into our highest calling. We will unpack what it truly means to embody this affirmation, how to follow our intuition, and to act as beacons of hope, and to allow spirit to speak through us. I'll also talk about the fear that comes upon us when we are being called higher by God, source, universe, because it will happen. Trust me on that. The fear will make its way. And I'm going to introduce you to a new program that I've developed called the Intuitive Sampler. The Intuitive Sampler uses modalities like NLP, EFT, time techniques, hypnosis, all wrapped up with learning how to tap into your own intuition and being guided by spirit. So, on that note, go grab yourself a cup of tea, and in my case, matcha. This one is sweet matcha, banana split. It is so good. Sipology has the most incredible sweet matcha. It is so good for you. So grab a cup of tea, glass of water, whatever you want. Take a deep breath, and we are going to begin. Let's dive in. Okay, so embracing your intuition and your purpose. Let's start there. What does it really mean to embody this affirmation? I am my greatest purpose. This isn't just a random statement. This is something that Holy Spirit dropped into my heart. It's more like a declaration of my or your unique existence. Seriously. Your purpose is already within you, waiting to be unlocked and embraced. Following your intuition, that's the key. That's that inner voice, that gut feeling, that spirit or that whisper from spirit guiding us towards what's meant for you. Have you ever had that? Have you ever had that nudge or that whisper from spirit? I know I have countless number of times in my life when my intuition led me down paths that I never imagined, and they are so incredible. A little story about leading me down a path. A few months ago, I felt spirit nudging me that it was time to leave my secure, well-paying corporate job and transition into another corporation. Same industry, different company. I'm telling you, first of all, there was a lot of fear and it felt impossible to do. But with every step I took, with every nudge I was getting, with every whisper I heard from spirit, I was being led closer and closer to my truth. Now, I'm still walking that path, but spirit is with me. Spirit is with you too. Okay, so what is being a beacon of hope in this world all about? Well, it's about recognizing that our light, no matter how dim it may feel at the time, has the power to illuminate someone else's path. Think of it this way. If you are in a dark room, no windows, but you have a match that you can light, that match, that small little flame radiates and you can see the entire room. Just that small little flame. And that's exactly what happens. When we allow spirit to speak through us, we become the divine light and love for guidance. Okay, so following spirit to speak and then following the nudges. Allowing spirit to speak and following the nudges. Sorry about that. Now let's talk about spirit. Let's talk about how spirit speaks. Often we feel those gentle nudges, maybe a feeling, a thought, an urge. These are all messages from spirit guiding us to our highest good. You know, it could even feel like a sudden inspiration to start a new project, a new job, follow a new path, or just this quiet knowing that it's time to move on from someone or something that no longer serves us. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me a lot. But like I said, with these nudges comes fear. It's fear of the unknown, fear of judgment, fear of failure. And honestly, that's normal. That is so normal. Fear is a natural part of our journey, especially when we are being called higher by God, source, the universe. Think of it, think of the times when you felt that fear. Maybe it was before a big decision, a big move, a new venture, or even having a simple conversation with somebody. What if, now go with me on this, what if instead of resisting, we leaned into it? We leaned into it. So overcoming these fears and moving higher, well, that's where the tools within the intuitive sampler come in. One of my favorite tool is NLP, which stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. I am certified in this as well as other modalities, but NLP helps us reframe those fears and those limiting beliefs. Instead of thinking, what if I fail? Have you ever had that thought? What if I fail? We ask ourselves, well, what if I fly? Do you do that? Do you switch it? And by changing the language that we use within ourselves, we're actually changing the narrative. And then there's another favorite modality that I have. Again, I'm certified in EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, or tapping. This is a really powerful way to release stuck energy, fear, anxiety. If you've ever watched my EFT videos, you'll know. If you haven't, go watch them. I'm actually going to create an EFT video regarding this affirmation. I am my greatest purpose. It's going to be amazing. So watch for it on my YouTube channel and give it a try. So what are the tools for the journey? Well, like I said, I've come up with and developed a program called Intuitive Sampler. Now, this is something that is very close to my heart, the intuitive sampler. This is a collection of those modalities that I mentioned, designed to help you move past your current limitations and step into your greatest purpose. Again, it includes tools like NLP, EFT, time techniques, hypnosis, all wrapped up with learning to tap into your own intuition and listening to spirit. With time techniques, for an example, we can release. Now, I say we because I've already walked this and I use it all the time still. So we can release past emotional baggages or limiting decisions that hold us back. We all have them. Why not have a tool that can release them? It's about healing from the root and allowing ourselves to grow without being weighed down. It's an incredible modality. Oh, and then there's hypnosis. This is another part of the intuitive sampler, hypnosis. Hypnosis can actually reprogram the subconscious mind to align with your higher self. I can't say enough about hypnosis. Hypnosis is not what you see on TV of, quacking like a duck. It's getting into the subconscious mind. You are fully aware and fully alert to what is going on. You're not sleeping. You're just in a nice light trance. And it's allowing that barrier to be broken between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Again, it's amazing. So, how do you receive messages from Holy Spirit or Spirit? I always say Holy Spirit. So, how do we do that and not let our conscious mind interfere? Well, it starts with stillness. That can be difficult to some, but it starts with stillness. You need to find quiet time each day, maybe quiet meditation, prayer, or simply grabbing a cup of tea or matcha and just sitting in silence. Tea will work, trust me. Matcha, for an example, helps with brain fog. It also has incredible antioxidants, but having a cup of tea, you slow down when you have a cup of tea. Try it. I'll guarantee you slow down. So to listen to the whispers of spirit in those still moments. Now, here's another one. The conscious mind, that mind that constantly is going, that may resist. And you might have thoughts like, this isn't real, or oh, I am just imagining things. I know all about those thoughts. But remember, spirit speaks in whispers, in feelings, sometimes in dreams, in nudges. You need to trust those messages. Trust that what you feel in your heart is not just what you think in your head. It's inner. So stepping into your power and moving forward. What does that mean? Well, that means recognizing that you, and I'm pointing to you. If you're watching, you can see me point. If you're listening, I'm pointing my finger at you. You are your greatest purpose. It means that you're willing to follow your intuition, willing to be that beacon of hope, to trust those nudges from spirit, even when fear arises, because you know deep inside you're guided. You know that spirit is with you every step of the way. So today I invite you to declare it. I am my greatest purpose. When you say those words, say them repetitively. I am my greatest purpose. I am my greatest purpose. I am my greatest purpose. Feel, lean into that. I am my greatest purpose. You will feel spirit within you. You will feel spirit. So I invite you to take action toward your dreams, knowing that you're not alone. You're never alone. You're always guided by a force that's far greater than you can ever imagine. And if this episode resonated with you, I encourage you to take the next step. Visit my website at www.rhondaarnott.com and learn more about how the intuitive sampler can help you. Or head over to Instagram and find me by searching my name, Rhonda.Arnott. But don't worry, if you are driving, if you don't have any way of taking that information down, everything is in the show notes. I wouldn't leave you hanging. And I would be honored to support you on this journey to fully embodying your greatest purpose. Your life isn't about being stuck where you're at. Your life is about embodying your greatest purpose. And if you've enjoyed this episode, can you do me a favor? Please hit that subscribe button, download the episode, maybe even share it with a friend or two who needs this message. And feel free to leave a 5-star review. Your support helps me reach people and spread this message. So until next time, stay inspired, stay intuitive, and remember, you are your greatest purpose.